spells. Keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Also, I can cast haste 4 times. Now, I don't know if we're going to have to actually go fight the king. So, if we do, we're going to have to be careful about that.
Well, we probably have to take out Dingus and Dongus and Tweedledee and Tweedledum.
Yeah.
And then the Iron Martyrs.
Well, I assume these are the Iron Martyrs.
Yeah. Yeah. All 9 of them.
And then presumably the king is going to show up wearing like Sauron's armor.
Right. That's why I'm like, one of these battles we're just going to have to do without haste. I'm
That's
not
fine.
sure which one.
I don't mind doing without haste. It's not like I use it.
I do also have Sakratar's Triple Strike prepared.
So I guess hang on to that for emergency.
I'm going to hang on to that for there's something big with more health than I'm comfortable with, and everyone's in melee with it.
Yeah.
So, like, if big dude with the hammer in the Dingus and Dongus fight.
How long have we been in this city?
We just got here.
14 weeks.
Uncomfortably long.
I actually feel like Drakeros would be right at home in this city. It's all dead. It's full of, like, feasts. Just walking a random home.
This is my city.
I don't really see why we're trying to fix it.
So we haven't been here long, but you've been here long enough to like harvest hearts and stuff.
Mhm.
Well, everyone in the
Basically,
lower
we got
city,
into town.
everyone in the lower city is asleep. As in we can't wake them up sleep.
Yeah, the 1.8 million people.
Right. So
All
we can
asleep.
just. So I think some of us just, when we were down hearts, just went to the guard barracks and just took hearts out of people's chests because no one could really stop us.
So is this picture a different part of the city then?
That's
No,
the
it's-
upper city.
Oh,
Yeah, it is
The
the
lower-
upper city.
That's the keep. The castle is below. And we went up through the crypts.
Is that what that tower is on the left where we came out?
Yes. I mean, that is a good deal.
Hey, sorry about
more-
that.
That is a good deal, more heroic and makes for a better story than climbing up through the privies like most castles fell in the Middle Ages. But,
Yeah, right. Hey, so quick question for you guys. You guys are going to be heading to the Coliseum. Just so I know, how are you going to be approaching it?
With bells on.
Like, what is going to be your
I've got
march
you covered.
order?
I will be moving silently and hiding. And I'll probably just climb the wall.
so presumably you go
Go
first,
first.
then
I
the
can go
rest of
scout it
us.
out.
I'll be, moonwalking 30 feet above the ground. It's great. Like,
I mean,
I'll
when
be
you actually-
flying
when
with
you
the
act-
wizard.
Okay, when you actually get there, how do you plan to enter? That is my actual question. What
Oh.
should I put in for on the battle map? Where should I put you guys?
What if I go and scout
what are
it
the
out
entrances?
first and then come
Wait,
back?
wait. What are the entrances? Can we get a description of the building?
Okay. Once you actually approach the building, you head down through the dead streets. The dust and magical energy, providing almost like a slight haze, making it difficult to see all the way across town with perfect clarity. Though it's kind of like a very light fog, I guess would be the best way to describe it. Once you finally get to the Colosseum, the roof has been partially collapsed. And is now like a mess and a shambles of someone's failed attempts to basically patch it with rusty metal beams and pieces of wood, stone, pretty much anything people could get to patch this thing up. But it is nowhere near the former beauty it must have had when it had the full dome a long time ago. Getting in through there would be tricky, though not impossible, for someone especially who had someone who could get up there, B, weak their way through that whole mess.
Well, it was my plan to climb the wall and scout it out, and then come back.
Say that again. You keep
It was
cutting
my
out.
plan to climb the wall while hiding, scout it out, and then go back and tell them what I saw.
Okay, sure. They just describe the rest of the building because I'm sure other people aren't want to know at the outside. On the outside, the size of the building, the whole thing's circular, and there have been these like nice panels that essentially made of marble, and other sorts of like limestone and such that have been put in to form the walls that protect it from the elements on the side to the side. Many etchings and may have once been actual paintings on them, but that is long since faded. The etchings that the paintings were done over are still there, if a bit faded, and some is gone. Parts of the walls collapsed, and etc. Probably by the winds in cold winters. The etchings and reliefs show what appear to be a whole bunch of different scenes from the performing arts that might have once been performed here. You can see people singing on beautiful stages, gladiators fighting in masterfully built arenas. The inside must have been modular, you have to think. One of the things that's most striking to you is a troupe of acrobats. This etching actually still survives pretty well. A troupe of acrobats swinging from column to column, performing tricks midair, and others doing tricks with cages that hang off of the columns, swinging off of them, jumping into them, throwing them, etc. The hooks that hang off the columns. John. Oh, and there are two massive wooden doors. They were probably solid and sturdy once, but look like they could be broken if need be, though they are actually slightly ajar when you get there. They could easily be opened wide enough to admit, say, dozens or hundreds of people at once. John, looking down inside, once you've climbed the side of the building, which with a rope and grappling hook would be no problem. Without it, it might be a little more difficult.
I have spider climb.
Yeah, you have spider climb, and it's simple. Oh, dog, get out of here. You poke your head down through it, and you kind of you notice you can't really see too much aside from maybe some of the stands that line the side. Looks like right now the way that it's been set up is these stands are actually set up in like a diamond configuration. From what you can tell, you can see something moving down below, but you can't quite tell what. If you'd like, you could drop down through some of the beams to try to get a closer look, but you would. If there is anything down there, there's a good chance you might be spotted.
I'll go down closer.
Sure, roll me a hide check and move silently. Need to roll that after I close this door. Nice. And
That was a very bad hide check.
and Watchman. Okay. You gracefully, going fairly slow in an attempt to keep yourself hidden. You drop down from one beam to a piece of stone from one of the walls that used to be here, part of the dome, and then kick off of that onto some hanging planks and peer down. The room here is arranged with 3 rows of columns. A total of 4, 7, 10, 13 have been set up in 3 rows. Hanging off of them are a number of golden cages, not varnished but kept quite clean. On the ground, you look around. Roll me a spot check. Okay. You see only one individual down there, lumbering about. A giant of a man, if he is a man, with rotting flesh, wearing some sort of tattered armor, may have been a breastplate once made of mithril, stalks the halls, looking down at his feet. Slowly he comes to a stop before one of the cages and turns and cranes his ear in your direction. He's holding a hammer in each hand. They're large and appear to be made out of adamantine. Slowly he turns his head towards you, and you can see those telltale red glowing eyes behind his helmet as he stares directly at you as you hang from the ceiling.
It is time for running now.
Okay. You guys are like sitting outside, like waiting around, and you see Malrak like leap out, like climbing out like desperately, and he like jumps out and like slides down the wall as best he can, like holding onto his rope, probably would have gotten rope burn on his hands if it weren't for the fact that they're made of dead leather. And once he hits the bottom, he immediately pulls the grappling hook away, and you hear a massive, earth-shattering scream from within.
So, Talarmus, you can go in first.
And a
Made a
flash.
friend.
Did you make
Wait.
friends?
Hold on. And a flash of fire out the roof. You hear some of the beams cracking as part of the roof collapses again after being hit by something.
I had a great joke for this, but it only works if Xander's alive.
I mean, that might be your fault with bad planning.
Yeah, I should have anticipated this.
So, Malrak, I see you're well on your way to winning friends and influencing people.
Oh, yeah.
He's a perfect
let's
fit
just
for the
say-
party.
Let's just say it ended at hello. Any friendship attempts failed at hello. So yeah,
Also,
there's
it wasn't
massive fire
love at
giant.
first sight.
So, if you want to give me some fire resist, that'd be pretty dope, wizard.
You can't take a
Uh,
full burn
And
every now and
face
again.
it.
I can't. do
As you were discussing this, you hear like a what sounds almost at first like a gunshot, but then the doors slam shut. They were previously ajar, but now they're closed. Some of you might recognize it as the sound a whip might make, but it was different somehow.
I'll like turn to the door. Do you mind? We're trying to discuss how to kill you best. Just wait patiently.
Please
Everybody
hold.
gets a turn.
Your coal is very important to us.
Anyway, I think we're just gonna have to go in the front door. Like,
Yeah.
there's nothing for it at this point.
All right, what is your order?
Well, John kind of pissed him off, so I say he go first.
You could easily all fit side by side. You could literally every single one of you be in just like a straight line.
I would advise not grouping up, and maybe some people go on the
Is-
door, some people go climb
Yeah,
up the
Yeah, is there
side.
still
I was gonna
a
say,
way to
John,
see
go in a
through the
flanking
ceiling?
position.
So I say like me and the people who can fly go up the top, and then Charles, Drakus, and Twarmus go in the bottom, and we
I'd
flank
like
them.
to point out I can fly.
Oh yeah, Drakers can fly now.
Yeah, but meat can't.
Oh,
I can carry meat.
No, you
He's
can't.
only he's skin and bones.
so we
No,
can
you
just
cannot.
Yes, he's
So-
250 pounds of skin and bones.
what you're saying is Meat and Talarmus can open the front door. and the
Also,
rest-
he has
the rest
very
of
good
us-
ears, so he probably hears what we're saying right now.
and the rest of us can be like Rise of the Planet of the Apes and just go up and over the top.
Okay, so who is going in through the top and who's going in through the doors?
I'll go in through the doors with meat
I
and
roll
Talarmus.
I'll go
the
to the top. So 3 top, 3 bottom.
Well, 4 bottom.
Yeah.
With me.
Meat is
yes.
a prison.
When bar talk and your other ghost thing. We're not counting all of them.
Yeah. Okay. So there's 5 of me.
Okay, well, you know,
Yeah.
that all of that shit aside. All right. In that case, everybody please roll initiative, and then I will have your entrance happen. Because I'm assuming you're all going at the same time. You're trying
Can
to.
you put him in the map first? So I can roll
Yeah, I
initiative?
have to like actually select myself to roll initiative.
Oh, that's a good point, isn't it? Okay, sure. I'll do that. In that case, I'll just describe what happens, and then we will do this.
Well, does anyone want resist energy?
Does it work on fire?
It works on anything.
Sure.
I have a ring of fire resistance already.
I've got a necklace of it.
Stack or
You guys are going to be okay. So you guys are going to be heading
Got a
up.
big stack.
Once you all break in, you do see 2 separate people in the room. One, the giant of a man I just described to John, and the other, standing on the opposite side of one of the columns, a much more human-sized individual, though clearly not human, wrapped in chains, and whose flesh appears to be red, a reddish-orange hue. His eyes spit flames. He swings a chain in one hand when he sees everybody approaching. And also with that, you can roll initiative.
Ooh, a bailiff. Is he gonna take my TV because I haven't paid my credit card bill?
Please no.
No, it's going to remove you from the courtroom.
Oh, right, this is America. Let's see, I'm not selecting chubby.
Dead average.
Hooray, far below average.
Emphasis on dead. Get right, scrub. 28.
So I'm going to guess the small, thin one is Icus. Based on
That's-
that initiative roll.
That is Voss.
Bailiff Voss is the small one.
That was the joke.
28, and Icus gets a 15. Everyone has put themselves in,
Yeah.
and yeah, okay, everyone is. I can just descend. I'm actually gonna have to refresh page because of the thing.
I take it these solid rock-looking things are pillars. What are the wheel-looking things? Chandeliers?
Gold cages.
Those are the gold cages that hang above. They hang above the floor. Okay, so the roof, the actual ceiling, from floor to ceiling, the distance is 50 feet. And from floor to the bottom of the cages are approximately 10 by 10. They're obviously not quite that, but I don't have the exact dimensions. From floor to cage, it is 15 feet. And from roof of cage to the roof, it's an additional, that'd be, I guess, 25 feet. So they hang closer to the floor than they do to the ceiling. Anyway.
Can I pick where I come into combat?
Yeah, I mean, you all come in on that side there. That's where the collapsed roof is. Basically between those 2 columns, or over those 2 columns, any of those areas. But the actual columns themselves, you can actually stand on those if you want. Technically, on the edges of them. Sure. Okay, so Balthazar, your turn.
Enlarge husk.
Oh, okay.
Big hammer man, fight other big hammer man.
So yes, you can actually run beneath the cages, not the columns, though. Okay, Malrak.
How far is the drop?
From there, about 50 feet.
50 feet. How hard would a jump check be for 20 feet?
You're looking at 65 feet slant range.
Well, if you don't have a 10-foot running distance, we're talking a DC 40.
Ooh, yeah,
That
that
would have to run up, yeah. If you want to drop down to the cage that's below you, it's going to require a balance check to stay on it, but that is a 25-foot drop. And then from there, if you wanted to do this, you could then easily, with like a pretty simple climb check, slide down the side of it and then drop from that, which is an additional 15 feet from the floor.
Can I still not teleport?
No, you can't.
Now, this entire area is under a dimensional lock. I did not prepare teleport for that reason.
I don't have to prepare teleport, but yeah.
So, Malrak,
How far down was the cage?
25 feet from there.
Okay, I will jump down to the cage.
Okay. You gotta make a tumble check or anything like that?
Yeah, make a tumble check.
Make a tumble and a jump check. Take
You
no
can actually,
damage.
you can actually only do one. I checked.
Ah.
It's one or the other.
Does
can-
does
you
it
can
matter
reduce-
which one?
No, it's what because you're purposely making the jump down or the and tumbling, so it's your choice. I'll check, but I'm fairly certain you can only do one. So we can roll whichever one is better, essentially. Jumping down, if you intentionally jump from height, you take less damage than just fell. The DC to jump down from height is 15, just like the tumble check is 15. You do not get a running jump to jump down. The DC is not doubled, and you don't get a start. If you succeed, you take falling damage if you drop 10 feet fewer than you actually did. And then for tumble,
No, John, I'm surprised it didn't pick
um,
the one stance there.
yeah, no, you could do both. You could do both if you wanted. So you made the tumble check. Do you want to also make a jump check?
No, I'll just do one.
If you know that if you take any damage from the fall, that you actually you fall prone.
Mm-hmm.
Be the video game character. Do both.
How much further is it down the rest of the way?
And another, well, technically 35 feet from the top of the cage. From the top of the cage, 35 feet. If you slide down the side of the cage to the bottom of it, you're only falling 25 feet from there. Or sorry, 15 feet.
Which you could
Really,
then
if you're
reduce
hanging-
again with the jump check.
Yeah, and if you were hanging from it, then yeah. But you could just fall prone and then also continue your action of moving. You just have to make a balance check either way, or a climb check to go hold on. I guess if you're gonna be falling prone anyway. So you're not gonna be making a jump check?
No.
Why not? You may as well.
I mean, okay.
It's free. It's free. If you make both, you're not gonna take any damage. Try it. It's a DC 15. You might fail. You might not. It doesn't matter.
There's no penalty for failure.
Okay, you failed. No big deal. Okay, so you are gonna take the damage and you fall prone. Make me a climb check to hold on to the side of the cage. Take 3 points of damage.
Oh god.
Okay, he falls down and the cage just kind of like falls out from underneath him. So I'll actually just go ahead and say that you take that 3 damage and then you fall an additional 30 feet effectively. You can make another
Mhm.
tough check for the next part of it. Your fall's been broken.
Why didn't I just wait? I could just climb down the pillar.
Yeah, you could have.
I have spider climb.
You had to be the video game character.
Oh no!
You were the one saying I should jump from pillar to
Ah!
pillar.
Don't! Ah! Okay. And you can't make a jump check on that one either, because you didn't fall intentionally. Take another 11 damage, and you fall prone there on the floor. Bailiff Voss just kind of stares at you, swinging the chain, swinging the chain. You can stand up if you want. That'll be the end of your turn.
Yeah.
Okay, Dongus. Voss! Okay, he sees that. He's swinging one of his chains, and a bunch of his chains, 4 of his chains, unwind themselves and fly off of his body, moving to the pillars to his left and right and following him like snakes, seeming to be ready to do something. He dashes to here, and looking up, he throws one of his chains at Piper. Piper, we're 50 feet away. That's a -8.
Of course he's gonna kill Piper.
Does that hit your touch?
That is like double my normal AC.
Okay, he does not do any damage. However, roll me a strength check.
In silence.
Oh, good, my favorite.
It was not
Oh,
impressive.
good, my favorite.
5.
Into the cage, Songbird, and he yanks the chain and throws it across the room and down into the cage. The door locks itself shut with a click. That is his turn. Piper.
Good thing she can still sing and shoot her bow from the cage.
You can.
Well, fuck you, good sir.
And if anything, she's more protected now.
Yep.
Not really.
Although
have
she
a
can't
feeling-
dodge fire anymore.
Like something
That
very
is a slight
bad can
problem.
happen.
Yeah, the cage is gonna like catch fire and murder you.
Yeah, I sing.
Okay, you
What
say.
do you do?
The songbird in the cage.
So the
Is
cage
it a
song
free
does
action to flip him off?
Yeah, that's a free action. Anything else?
Can I look around to see if there's a way to get out of it? Or anything that I need to prepare for?
Not that you can see that's like obvious. It's not like there's an obvious trap sticking out of the wall or something. No, nothing like that.
Oh, it's not obvious.
It is latched and locked shut. Probably magically. You figure you could probably open it with a lockpicking check. You want to do open lock? You have that and the tools. You can do that. You'll be at a disadvantage because you're inside the cage. But that's
really a
certainly
thing that I have.
yeah, right. You could attempt to bend the bars. You could attempt to escape artist out to try to basically fit yourself in between the bars. They're not wide enough for you to fit out of easily. You would have to roll like a nice high escape artist check, and you might be able to slip through them, wriggle your way out. These are clearly meant to hold people. They have like crossbars and everything, but you could probably make it if you were like a really good escape artist. You could also try to break them, like with damage. They appear to be made out of gold, though, a lot of things made out of gold are actually just painted gold. You can't really be certain. Not a goldsmith. Roll an appraise check if you want to find out. And yeah, that's basically it. Strength check. It's just the typical things you do. You can open lock, you can escape artist, you can strength check, you can do damage. A bow will not. I would just say you cannot shoot the cage. You can shoot the lock, I guess. So yeah, you can shoot the cage if you wanted to
Can
try
I
to shoot it with your
out
bow.
of the cage?
What?
I can shoot out of the cage?
You could shoot out of the cage, yes.
I don't have that action this turn, but I mean,
You will take a -2 on your attacks because you have to. You have a limited. It's harder to fire in a point where you want to, but you still can. A -2 isn't that big of a deal. Anything else, Piper?
I can't really do anything with only a move action, so.
Hey, Icus. He holds his hammers up, and they immediately whoosh, are breathed in flame.
I have a hammer.
And
that
he
can do
is
that.
surprisingly quick when he rushes. Boof, boof, boof. And as he runs, you can see he's holding his hammers out to each side, smacking the cages, which ignite with fire as he runs past them.
Rip.
He turns and charges, going right over Voss. just completely ignores him and smacking these cages. Malrak, you're ignored. He's not going to stop for you. He will continue past you. Piper.
Rude.
Piper. Yeah. Welcome to fire damage.
Piper.
Take 5 points of fire damage.
I won't.
You are now on fire.
I won't.
It only lasts.
That's
for a
one
turn.
hot mixtape.
It lasts for a turn, or you could use a full round action to avoid taking damage next turn.
If I have resist fire 10, am I on fire?
No, you're not. If you have resist fire 10, you're fine actually. It hits.
Yeah.
Your fire damage thing will take. Oh yeah, actually you have a ring. Sorry. And he will stop there to swing at. Make a charge attack at Charles. Actually, no. Larmus is the scurriest.
Big
Marvelous.
hammer man.
Fleet of Foot is a wonderful feat, by the way.
Hyper speed.
Well, it allows you to do the monk, what do you call it, drunken master thing. Charge at angles.
That's a skill trick, if I remember correctly.
No, there's a feat.
There is a skill trick for it, but those you can
Yeah.
only use once per combat. There's an actual feat for it as well, which is just better. Just 8 times you want. Hey, does that hit you?
Hey, yeah.
Okay, do you have any fire resistance I need to know about?
Yes.
What's that then?
10 of it.
Okay, in that case, you ignore the fire. Presumably.
Yeah.
Whack, and he wallops you for 18 points of damage. This ignores DR or hardness less than 20.
Okay. All DR.
Yeah, it's adamantine. Charles.
Is the big guy a human?
Roll me a knowledge local.
Is he human?
I mean, they're both clearly undead. Even yes, bailiff. And if you want to roll a knowledge the planes for Voss, you can. Icus is what was once known. Were once known as giants. Some of their bloodlines still exist today, but they have been long extinct.
Is meat from his bloodline?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
He might. Well, maybe not from this specific giant's bloodline, but yes, he probably was descended from giants. There were giants up until around there were still some left around up until a little less than a millennia ago. So around the time he was, living. And as for Voss, you have no fucking clue other than he's clearly an outsider. And also undead, which you weren't sure was possible.
But it's my favorite.
And what you gonna do, Charles?
I shall step up and
Are you threatening me, little man?
All of a
Yeah.
sudden, they rush him.
I'll full attack and channel into the first 2 attacks.
By the way, it's inside. I'll be starting Star Wars either next week or the week after. I haven't decided yet. So if you haven't made a character, you should probably get on that. It will be the same. It will be the same time as this, but on Fridays, every other.
Are you
I
gonna
made it
put
every other specifically because I'd like to run it more often, but I don't want to be too distracted from this. This is still the main game.
that-
I would rather miss weeks of that than this.
are you going to do it in the Empire Rules campaign?
No, I'll probably just make a new one.
Okay. Could you do that and like throw up a 3.5 sheet or something we can use?
Yeah, I can up a 3.5 sheet for like the
Yeah, I was
basic.
about to
shit.
say, there's not much difference.
Yeah,
And
there's
reputation is the only thing that jumps out at me. And
well, that does make a difference. And then there's also you can also just put that as miscellaneous bonuses or things. Yeah. You know, I can go with the 3. I can do that and throw up the 3.5 sheet. No problem. Okay. And this is against Icus. Icus doesn't like that. However, you are making 4 attacks, correct?
Do we have haste?
no.
No, actually, no.
And it's
So
just
Okay.
The first 3, and those are all actually properly done, or are they inappropriate? No, that's right. Okay.
it's right.
Okay. In that case, your second swing misses, but the other 2 both hit. And let me apply that damage.
Okay, the first attack was channeling a dispelling touch.
You're trying to dispel?
Yeah.
Like, is it just dispel magic?
I think so.
Just make
What's
sure
the
that
actual spell?
if it's the spell magic, I can tell you exactly how this is gonna work. Because there's only really one thing you can actually really dispel on him. Question: are you using it as a targeted dispel or an area dispel?
Targeted.
It's
Targeting.
The only
Okay.
way you can do
What is he dispelling?
Well, there are only 2 things you can actually dispel on him. Technically 2.
Okay.
So are you going after? You're going after his primary hand hammer. So roll a dispel check.
It's it doesn't affect items they're carrying.
Okay, in that case, it does nothing. He is not under the effect of any other spells. He's just really big and strong.
is big, is strong.
Okay, that was Charles. Tolaris.
I'd like to give him a negative level.
Oh yeah, sure. You can do that. I think it's just automatic, right? There's no save against it.
I'd like negative level for
Far as I know.
400, Alex.
Gotcha. Applied.
Do you get vampiric too?
And you got the vampiric, sure. That works.
3 negative
Applied.
levels.
I applied all of it. You can only do once per hit.
Yeah.
I actually think it's also a swift to actually activate to do the you have to, or immediate, whatever it is. It's one or the other. You can't like go like I hit him 4 times in a row. I activate the ability 4 times. Vampiric though you can. I believe the vampiric is just automatic. It's like any other damaging thing. So you could roll vampiric again because you did hit him twice. And then it's Thorns. Gotcha. So you gain a total of 6 HP. Flarma steps up, and it looks like he's probably going to be trying to hit Icus,
Yeah.
which I feel is quite mean.
It's
He hit
mean of
me.
him to smack my
I never
chin
started
on that.
this.
Well,
Oh my goodness.
2 hits, right? You're doing 2 attacks, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Both hit. The second one does not confirm.
Sigh.
Yep.
He's
So
also undead, right?
60. Yeah, so there's also that if you actually make it through it, but you just do the damage, which is still really good. 67 damage.
Yep. Bonk.
Thwack! You lay into him and he groans and bellows with a deep voice and says something in a language you cannot comprehend.
I roar back.
Dracarys.
I'm also Big Hammer Man.
Damn. So they're 40 feet apart. How unfortunate. They're undead. I can't
Yeah.
cloud kill them.
I know.
As we discovered last time I was around, when I went, I cast cloud kill, and then no, they're undead clowns. See, I could do undeath to death, but they're likely way too high HD.
If you want to roll knowledge religion, I can give you an estimate if they're HD.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. If I can find my character sheet. It's been a while since I've done this.
Hashtag storm problems.
Yeah.
If you had to estimate, they are probably somewhere between. You have 11 HD, right? The absolute lowest that either one of them would have is 5 HD more than you have, and they can have as much as 10 more.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So they're definitely creatures of 9 or more HD.
Hey, by the way, Balthazar, did you want to roll knowledge to the planes for Voss?
Sure.
See, I could just waste one of my 4th level spells. Sure. Let me just look at the spell to make sure it's not going to actually waste it. Point your finger and utter the incantation, Black Ray of Crackling. It's negative energy, so presumably it wouldn't. Would enervation affect undead? Yeah, an
Enervation?
undead creature
No.
stuck by the ray gains 1d4 times 5 temporary hit points.
Do it, dude.
No, I'm casting Halt Undead on Voss. It'll probably fail, but
Halt undead, and how does the spell work?
it functions similar to Hold Person, but on undead.
Is Voss undead?
Isn't he?
No, I don't think so.
Say he was undead outsider.
Oh, so yeah,
They
maybe.
said they were both undead.
Yeah.
They are
it's-
both undead.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a will save to negate. Let's see.
Effect is broken if the halted creatures are attacked or take damage. GG.
Yeah.
That could still be good for like one round.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like it'll stop him.
Okay.
until we deal with the other guy.
He will make a will save. This is against Voss, you said, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's will save.
Can you actually see Voss?
Oh, there's a column. Well, I can like.
You can move, but you should probably do that. Yeah.
Yeah, I can like move. Hang on. No,
can-
stop. It's
You can
not what I
like
did.
move like totally, dude.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, you go murder yourself.
You
or
can
something.
move a number of feet.
Yeah, I'll move there. Don't ask, Charles. It's a long story.
Well, first, roll me a. Okay, you've done this. Please roll me a caster level check.
Oh, he has spell resistance.
Yeah.
Let's see, I'm not gonna roll 12d10. What is my cast level? It is definitely
11.
not 8. It's 11, yeah.
It's no higher than your HD, except with some exceptions. The spell fails.
Yeah.
It hits them and it simply dissipates, fizzles.
Yeah, meat will, like, move here, actually.
Hey, good idea. Okay.
And Bartok and Chubby will fly off and do
Yeah.
things.
You can put them on. You can leave the money, but I understand they are not there.
Yeah.
For all purposes. Balthazar.
Yep. Okay. Works exactly how I think it does.
It's always nice.
Hot grease directly to the Icus.
Well, to the floor he's standing
Yeah.
on.
Yeah. Okay.
I grease the watchman.
Grease the stirrups.
I
Luke
believe
makes
he,
reflex saves is the first thing he gets,
he
right?
does.
That's
Yes.
the first one. If you're caught in the spell, you get a reflex save. Which he has a. That is his worst save.
I could. Jeez, couldn't guess.
24.
Yeah, that's gonna make it.
Yeah, it's okay.
I'll move there. And then I'm done.
Okay. Melrak.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 attacks.
You're not attacking at that distance, presumably. You're actually closing.
No,
the
I'm
gap.
gonna travel devotion and full attack.
Okay.
Travel
Please.
devotion.
Please tell me you're attacking Lycus.
That would be a negative.
Oh,
That is too far away.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, he's
Did he
with.
have to stand up?
Oh, there's
Oh no, he never got knocked down. Oh yeah, he did. Oh no, he did on his last turn. He fell down, then he stood up.
Yeah, he
There's-
stood up.
He like jumped off like I can do it, and then ow!
Are you
And-
serious?
I felled over.
Stupid, sexy Flanders. Okay, Voss's armor class. Well, those are good bonuses.
That was a reflex.
How many feet did you have to move to get there? Out of curiosity.
Just 10.
Okay. He's gonna make an attack opportunity on you first.
What?
He's just trying to smack you. That's literally it. He has a reach
Okay.
weapon. Yes, he'll smack you. Or sorry, Voss will smack you.
This is why I didn't charge.
Okay.
Also, that 42 is a crit. I need to check.
Never mind. He misses you
That's-
terribly.
Definitely a miss.
He rolls a 2. Okay. As for that, yeah, you save on yours.
But can I crit him?
Can you grit him? Yes.
Oh, I can.
You can roll to try to confirm.
Oh, so I can also sneak attack too.
Yeah, you can. So you
Cool.
don't have sneak attack right now because they're not doing anything to sneak him.
I do have sneak attack. It is a stance.
Oh, you have stance that just gives you sneak attack.
Yes.
Yeah, but
No.
I mean, you're not
Gives me
rocking the
2d6.
sneak attack though.
You have to earn the sneak attack somehow. You have to be like fainting him, or he has to be flat.
Oh shit, that's right.
Yeah.
Well, now I know that. I'll use the next turn.
Well, roll to confirm first. Then.
I'll sneak up on him next turn.
No, I'm stupid.
Turn invisible. Wow.
No, there's things you can do to turn invisible.
It
Uh,
is.
Okay, that will miss. So you don't confirm, but you do hit a whole bunch of times.
How many is a whole bunch?
3, 4. 4.
Can I roll them all together?
No, he is DR. That I know you're not going to overcome. It is overcomable. I know there's no way you can fucking have it.
Can be done, just you lot don't have it.
Y'all suck. Yeah. Do you have good? Is good a thing you have? No. Okay. Okay. What are you attacking with?
Short swords.
You cut deep when you strike at him, slicing through his flesh. Though you see that immediately, like as bits of it like flake off. That's not actually his flesh at all, but deep calluses that have formed all over his entire body. No blood comes out. Voss, his turn. First of all, generation. Okay. He will take a 5-foot step this way. -8. Charles, this is against you as a touch attack. Does a 25 hit your touch?
Yeah.
Roll a strength check. Wow. The whip wraps around you and seems the chain wraps around you and seems to coil unnaturally as if it's alive. He yanks back. and you go flying backwards and into this cage. The door slams shut behind you. And that is his turn. Hyper.
I mean, I'd have to fly through Icus to get in that.
Over his head, yes. These chains, again, are like alive. They move like snakes. He has several more surrounding him. Looking like they're ready to be ladders if he wants them to be. Attack. Hyper.
So what did you say I'd take for a penalty if I shoot out?
-2. That's it.
We don't have haste.
Nope. Because the
Also,
wizard is a faggot.
Also, you take more fire damage, but it doesn't make a difference. Oh wait, you wouldn't. Never mind. You didn't ever go on fire either.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Magic. Who here doesn't have fire resistance?
I don't.
I don't.
I think Charles casted a spell on me. Maybe.
I didn't hear you ask for it. Everyone said they had it.
I asked you for it, but you didn't respond.
Please respond.
Please clap.
That's at Voss. The third one does not count.
That's it, Voss. Wow. Wow. Okay. Dick. Okay. You hit him twice. The first
You think
two
I give
hit.
a shit about his DR?
Nope, I know you don't.
Because I don't.
Also, Voss doesn't have DR. That is
No,
oh,
he
sorry.
just-
Oh,
No,
you're
you
shooting
said
at
that
Voss.
he
Sorry.
has
You are shooting. You're shooting at the chains. Okay, sorry, you're shooting at Voss. I imagine you were shooting at Icus. I wasn't even paying attention. In that case,
You
yeah, no,
literally said this is advice. Like
Yep.
those words.
I
came
know.
out
I'm
of your
sorry.
mouth.
You still hit twice.
Third down, Henry.
Oh, John, please die.
Leave Gary alone.
Icus.
That's it. That's
Then
it.
again, I did fall off the column instead of climbing down easily.
Okay. He looks at you, Malrak. And he makes a direct beeline for you. No, you do not get an attack opportunity, Tormus.
Hmm.
I know, it's sad.
Curious.
He makes a charge like a bull. And smashes into you. Icus will be doing total of that. What's
Should
that?
power attack a lot. Use a lot of points of power attack. Do full power attack actually.
As he charges, you see him actually like one of the warhammers disappears from his hand, like fading into flames, and he grips one with both hands, brings it into you. Oh my!
That is
fucking-
a miss.
God damn it!
Rip.
Yeah, he misses, and it smashes. into
Almost
the-
like this. The vampire fades away underneath the hammer.
The other hammer returns. He roars. Charles. Both cages are now shaking violently from the roar and the smack into the ground. There's an impact crater right next to Malrak.
So I need to make a ranged touch attack. How does that work? Is it dexterity?
Yeah, it is a dexterity. It is a ranged attack. It's making ranged attack. It includes your baby and everything. What are you trying to do?
Cast Ray of Exhaustion on boss.
Okay.
You want to wait really quick? You want a better
He's an
idea?
outsider.
Do you still have your glaive?
I think so.
Okay. Harry, can you with a reach weapon attack outside the cage?
Given how narrow the slits are, I would say at a really high penalty. Yeah. You have
I
a 10.
already take a
you could-
-2 just shooting out of it.
You could reach out 10 feet, and then you are 15 feet above ground, so you could hit him from there with it. You just get a penalty. I would just say 4, I guess, because you can't really swing too well.
Delay till my turn, then go after Icus. It'll be worth it, trust me.
Okay.
Oh, I see what's
It's
happening
that
here.
time again.
Okay. Point one. Okay, you've been delayed. Tlarmus.
Here and here. And yeah, we'll do that just so I can get into the fun. I'm gonna activate my Boots of the Battle Charger. And charge as a standard. Kick for Rhino's Rush.
Rhino's Rush followed by Rhino's Rush. GG.
Not quite, but it's a thing.
No, I mean that's what he was trying to do. He just missed terribly. It was very upsetting.
It's a real shame that Malrak can't give me a flank. And Chucky isn't. Such shame.
So, fun fact, guys. I have done more damage to myself than they have done damage to any of us so far this fight.
It's hilarious.
True story.
That's not true.
Oh
No,
wait,
Tlarmus
Tlarmus
got
takes a
hit.
little bit of damage.
Alarmist got hit, yeah.
Yeah,
Close though.
I got booped.
At the boot.
Come on, baby. Oh my goodness!
Oh my goodness!
Hang on, I need to roll another attack.
Yeah, to try to confirm.
Okay. So
Why are you rolling a 45?
That's just like how the macro has always been.
Oh, okay, yeah. It's
Yeah.
just yeah,
It's a
because
macro.
when you because if you do that, it also says rolling 45, which is why I was confused.
26 looks like. Wow, didn't know my bonus was that good.
You did it.
A little too early. Okay. It's been a while. It's been 3 weeks, guys. Come on.
GG.
I know when I signed in, I was like, I have to look at my character sheet. I don't remember what the fuck it is.
Okay.
It was a 40 confirm.
Yeah, hold on. I pick lucky number 2.
Gee,
Rage strike.
Oh no! Oh! Is that an ability you
Oh,
actually
no!
have? Something that comes
It's my
with-
crystal.
Oh, your crystal. I have to say the hammer thing only works on shadows, but oh god damn it!
Crystal.
So you do 168.
Talarmer's prepared for the day. He finally got a crit.
You do 168 damage. The wallop.
He
into
does
ice-
more. He does more than that.
No,
It's a hammer!
12?
the 50. Yeah, it's times 3.
Plus
56.
Rhino.
And
plus
Rhino's Rush, it's times 4.
So does coast times. But isn't that already multiplied by 2 right there? Sorry, it does less than that then. But that's what it says. It already says it's multiplied
Yeah,
by
it's
2.
28 times 4.
Ah, okay. Never mind.
It's less actually. So thank you for pointing it out.
Yeah. Multiplier stacking.
112. Okay, 112 damage. It does less than that. He already had the thing, but it's not power attack.
But,
Um,
yo.
Good, yeah.
Boom.
Listen.
With that hit,
I
actually,
told you not to turn your back from me.
it knocks his helmet off, and which goes careening over Malrak and smashed into the floor. If Malrak hadn't ducked at the last second, it probably would have taken his head off. Dracarys.
I can't really do anything, to be honest. Like, all my spells are useless here.
Send it
Just
Yeah.
like you, Dracarys.
I'm just gonna hold, like, action, basically, forever.
Balthazar.
Haste,
Uh,
please?
I'm gonna cast an extended Sacricar's Triple Strike.
Yes!
I do that, yeah.
I knew it was coming.
So here's how this works. You don't have a
I'm gonna poke
bonus to
him at-
hit like you get from haste. If you make a full attack, you get 2 extra attacks. Also, your weapons are keen, also flaming burst.
If they're already keen, doesn't stack with it.
Yes.
If they're already keen or impact or whatever. It doesn't.
And what does Keen
Yeah.
do?
Doubles
Doubles
your
the
critical
threat.
threat range.
So for short swords, it would go down from 19 to 20 to 17 to 20.
Okay.
But the 2 extra attacks seems good when
Chucky. Well, Chuck is already making 3 attacks, so he could now make 5, presumably.
Yeah, and even with a -4 penalty, whatever. They're also your highest attack bonus, so it's not you're not taking penalties from iteratives.
Yes, it's quite nice.
And I've extended it, so it lasts for 2 rounds.
Is the downside.
So, Chucky, what do?
How do I cap this point?
I guess I'm poking out of the cage with my glaive.
Okay. You get a -4 on all those attacks, but you make 3 of them at your full BAB, and the other 2 are just going to be your iteratives. So if you want, just roll your normal thing, and then you can roll an additional 2 at normal BAB.
Yeah, this just seemed like the best place for that spell. I don't think it's going to get better.
I kind of saw it coming. That's why I was just like, I'm getting over there.
Piper, it also doesn't affect you because it's only melee weapons.
Yeah.
So there's 3 being made with the penalty.
They're all being okay.
3 without penalty.
No.
2 iteratives.
No.
He said.
You get all of your normal attacks plus another 2 at your normal full BAB. All of the attacks get a -4 due to the circumstance penalty of being in the cage. Simple enough.
-4 isn't really what I'd class as a huge penalty.
I'm giving you a +5 as well.
Well, I also have to compare it to like the way other penalties typically work. So that's including the -4 and everything. I think. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh no, you get +1 for higher ground. Okay. You hit twice out of those. If you want to roll your additional 2 attacks, you can.
Uh,
2 times 1d20 plus 19.
Yeah, 1d20 times 19 twice.
times 19? What?
Plus 19.
1d20 plus 19, and then you roll that twice. Damn it. Those will both hit. Damage, please. Appears to be 1d10 plus 14 plus 10, I think.
Yeah. Do you have fire resistant? Does Icus have fire resistance?
I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does.
Okay, never mind.
It's additional 28 damage. Nice.
Did he died?
No, actually, he's still up.
Can
About
the flame burst do
Okay.
shit?
I will
Oh, I know
cloak
they're
of
shooting.
deception to go invisible, and I will travel devotion move
Yeah.
here, and then I will full attack with flashing sun.
Well, the
And
vampiric damage is in there too.
It's 1 crit, 2 crits,
Your glaive, not the.
3 gets 4 crits.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you hit him 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times.
Let me roll 4 crit checks.
On which ones? Let's see.
Those are all
One
at
there.
plus. First 2 are at plus 21. Second 2 are at plus 16. I probably should roll them all individually. Let's see.
You crit twice.
Okay.
Lucky number is 2. For the first one, the second one. Okay, you crit twice and you hit 4 more times.
Does she have fire resist or should I ignore fire damage?
Yes, they're both immune to fire.
Okay, so we have sneak attacks, 2 plus, right?
You were invisible.
You were
I was
invisible,
invisible.
so yeah, and Holland, I actually technically have to roll individually for each time. 6 for 6 of the attacks, in order. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All of them sneak attack.
Okay, so the first 2 I'll say are crits, and
And he does have DR.
so you said it was 4 hits, and 2 of those are crits. Henry?
6 hits, 2 of them were crits,
Okay.
and all of them did sneak attack.
So just double the first 2.
Okay. Okay, that I did not expect. I really thought he was going to outlive Vicus in this case. Malrak.
Give him 13 more health,
Why?
because you don't double sneak attack in a crit.
Oh yeah, good point. And then I subtract additional 16. That still kills him. With the last of his blows, Malrak stabs Voss through the back of his throat, his short sword sticking out of his mouth in place of a tongue. He falls to his knees, and Icus, worn and weary, turns around to see his comrade die, reaching up at him, and then finally he falls down, all of the chains around him collapsing at the same moment. With a sneer on his face, he
He
turns.
explodes.
Icus. He picks Voss up and swallows him whole.
Wow.
They eat their wounded.
As he follows with a
Stole my
crude
heart, bitch.
cannibalistic belch, you can see his tongue begin to elongate like a serpent, a literal serpent's head coming out of his mouth. Looking around, the blind snake hisses, followed by the giant's roar. He seems to regain his strength. I know he would have done something else, but either way, I think Icus is definitely the harder person of this have happened to. So GG, good one now. Okay, Piper, your turn.
Good job. Alright.
Oops. Probably don't want to be in this cage for much longer.
No.
Of course, the best one doesn't count.
Well, even with the bonus you would apply to attack 2 and attack 4 there, you still miss all 3 times.
Yeah, that's garbage.
Icus. Okay, he is extremely angry. Are you taking a 5-foot step back? Oh, there's stuff back here.
Alright, fuck that up real good. Bye.
He reaches up and grabs the cage that Piper is in.
Charles is the one that nearly murdered him, to be fair.
And throws it at Husk.
Oh.
Husk.
Yep.
Roll me a strength check. You do get a +4 bonus. from being large.
Yeah. Strength check with a +4.
Yeah, from your large size.
Yeah.
Okay, he's gonna get his. The cage hits you and it simply clatters to the ground. You take 7 points of damage. The door opens. The
DR does apply to that, right?
Yes. The door in the cage opens, and Piper is now laying on the ground in the ruined cage. And then he turns the Malrak, and the snake-like tongue shoots out of his mouth. Malrak.
Nope. Oh, god damn it.
That's a touch attack too.
Oh, yeah.
Roll a strength check.
How about I don't? How about you roll first and I just pretend like I didn't? I rolled one.
I mean, you didn't roll that well.
I can't beat that.
Okay.
How can you not beat that?
Because I have a +0.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, it's the same as me.
Finesse fight.
Hey, Charles, 2016, still playing dex-based builds.
I mean, unless I can roll dex instead.
Nope. You go flying over his head
I would have had much better luck.
and are thrown into the cage here.
Next
And then it's his
victim.
turn. Husk.
Okay. A little out of the way.
Oh yeah, also he's gonna step back this way. Sorry.
Oh, he went that way.
Yeah, he steps that way. He's trying to slowly move away from Charles.
All right, I'll match
Oh,
his
the
step.
big man with the poking stick.
Stupid asshole! The stupid fucking stick.
Okay. Please.
Hyper just in between two large hammers.
Hey, I tried to get out of the way, but he decided to move, so I matched his step. Don't be angry at me, be angry at him. So attack bonus, yes. 6. He has fire resistance, right?
Immunity.
Immune.
Full immunity. Okay.
They're both fully immune. Well, one is a fire giant, the other is a demon.
Fair
Now
enough.
he's double immune.
Okay, so there's the majority.
Talk about nod couple, right?
You still have Sacracar too, right?
Yeah. Which that fourth attack would have been.
Yeah. Well, the fourth attack it doesn't hit. I mean, sorry, it doesn't crit, but it does hit. So you hit 3 times.
Well, hang on a sec. The fourth attack was actually at a -10.
Right. Oh, it should have been a sacred card.
That's a 35. Yeah,
Oh yeah, then it could.
that's
it
a
could
sacred
crit.
card hit.
Then it could crit. So I will roll for 2s.
First strike.
Crystal.
God, no fucking goddamn it!
That's like,
Ah, I fucking hate you.
That was
That's
well worth the
27
money in
times
the
3.
augment crystal.
Okay.
81.
81 and 56.
Mm-hmm. Whack, 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 whack.
Tracris.
I'm not convinced I can do anything still, so I'm probably just gonna keep holding.
Balthazar. Literally 1 second. I'm just gonna go fucking put on my air conditioner.
It's one of them nights.
My face when the air conditioner was already on. Fuck on him. Anyway.
Using a scroll, I'll attempt to re-grease the Icus.
Okay, now it's definitely weird.
Greasing of the Icus.
I'm seeing like just this old like dude in a wizard's hat, just like walking up to him and just rubbing some grease in his hands and starting to massage his shoulders.
Don't let him enter your magical realm.
Damn it.
You keep trying.
I do. I forgot to make him roll the balance check earlier when he charged out, but
Yeah. Anything else?
no.
Charles.
Have we looked at what it takes to open these cages, by the way?
No one's actually
It
tried to
takes
yet.
a big ass dude throwing it at him. You know, I didn't try.
I'm not done with you.
Leave me alone. Please.
I still
Stop.
have the Sacrifice fire poker.
Fuck your fire.
Sacrifice will end on my turn, by the way.
And I will be channeling Shocking Grasp into the third one? The third attack?
Sure. Of course, the one thing outsiders don't really get resist. Bad outsiders don't get resistance to. Yeah, you miss all of those times, but you get the additional 2, I guess. 2 more at plus 19. It's actually not easy for you to miss. So it's pretty impressive.
Presumably, if the thing doesn't discharge, you might have a +2 to whatever you roll. Because Shock and Grasp versus Metal Armor.
He does have metal armor, yeah. Okay. You hit once.
Uh,
Nice. And then that,
Is
yes.
there not music playing?
There is music playing. Melrick.
I am back. I
Your
will
turn, what are you
pick
gonna
the
do?
lock.
Sure. Sure you will,
Or
buddy.
attempt to pick the lock.
Sure, let me just give you something, hon, real quick. Open lock is a...
So my thing won't roll.
Actually, it doesn't tell you. I'm just going to apply a flat -5, I guess, for being inside instead of outside. Do you have thieves' tools? I'm assuming.
I have
That's-
normal thief tools.
Okay.
Allows him to
Gotcha.
do it.
Okay, so roll your open lock check. The lock opens. Takes a standard action to do, but the lock opens. Actually,
Okay,
sorry, it's
and
a 4-round action. It says specifically.
Can I
action
still
open
use
lock.
travel devotion to move
I
out?
think so. Yeah, you can.
And I'll use travel devotion to move out, and I get to tumble down to the ground.
Sure, roll it. DC 15.
Should we just don't
Can you even fail?
fall on your face?
I cannot fail.
Okay, you don't. Sure, you hit the ground. Hyper.
Get out of dodge.
This is definitely awkward.
You should stay right there. Don't leave.
I want to stay right there. Would I have to? I assume he has reach, so I just have to withdraw.
Probably. But yeah, he obviously has reach. I can tell you that much. He might have more secret things, but he definitely has reach.
Good secrets. I'll just withdraw then. Somewhere.
Bye.
Bye. Good luck to Lamas. GG.
Okay. I guess Talarmus, the you'll step here. There's a snake in my boot. He opens his mouth and this snake shoots out, and suddenly your eyes are burning. Roll a fortitude save.
The euphemisms. All
Oh,
the
yeah.
euphemisms.
God damn.
Storm.
I'm just sitting back here, like, enjoying the show. And trying to get used to these
I
glasses.
almost went over to you.
Oh no, Tlamis, too bad. The DC was actually 46. Oh. Oh no.
That is a
45.
terrible fort save.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, he did roll a 19 for that, but that's still impressive. Okay. It's actually better than his. Only slightly, but it is better than Nikas's.
Note to self, don't cast anything that requires a fort save.
Okay. Okay. You are not blinded by the attack. Your vision is obscured, and you take a -2 on attacks for the next X rounds.
Metal.
I'll roll it. Just kidding.
You don't give a single fuck.
Okay, he's gonna attack with both of. He's attacking with both of his hammers. He's done with this shit. And he'll power attack for 5.
Tlarmus has just been the killing all of your hopes and dreams to guy tonight.
Well, he is big.
I have critical
He's
resistance.
big, he's got
crystal.
the crit thing.
I have
You're
the
going to
best
take a
one.
penalty
He has
on
metal.
attacks. Metal.
Are you actually kidding me?
Just roll 3 natural ones.
3 natural ones and nat 20.
That's amazing.
Well, he doesn't fumble on any of them, but he does hit once. Of course, it's on the +13, so he's probably not going to confirm either.
Yes, we
Yeah,
can
he
hear you
confirms.
clapping, wizard.
Well, all right.
Lucky number 3.
Lucky number 3.
I
I'll
have to
roll it.
guess, yeah.
Oh wait, no. Medium fortification. I'll take even.
You want evens? Okay.
Ah,
My luck.
Oh, thank God! At least the one that's actually going to do some damage. It's then watch. I'm gonna roll fucking minimum.
All ones.
Okay, this is just the straight up damage that actually gets multiplied, then I'll roll the. Wait, what? You have fire resistance, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it's not going to affect you. And then this is multiplied by 3. So 63 points of damage.
Okay. Ouch. That one attack really hurt.
Finally, I did something. Okay. Oh, also, he actually regenerated. I forgot about that. A little bit, but it might matter.
Drapers, now you can do something.
Okay. Husk.
Ouch. Fair enough.
Now we are even. Eminem.
1 second. And yeah, actually. Okay.
Too far. That would be fine. Too far. Thank God. You better run, bitch! I'm gonna whack you with my hammers. 6. Yeah, if you haven't noticed, the giants you fought one before last session. All have horns sprouting from their skulls. Yay! Karma got me back. Oh, I love you, dice rolling. Just kidding. I say I hated you. I'm fucking joking. I loved you. Thank you. And you fumble on the first attack.
the second.
And the second. Yeah, well, you can.
Yeah.
Okay, well, it doesn't actually matter. You fumble with the first
Yeah.
attack.
Fumble
You
completely.
you swing at him, and he takes advantage of an opening and knocks the hammer out of your hand. Knocking it. Let me roll a d8. D4 for number of squares, and then d8 for direction. Actually, wait. How many? I guess there would just be there's just 4. Yeah, there's 8 directions, I guess technically. Starting at the top, so 1, 2, 3. Okay. It gets knocked and hits the pillar here. Dunk, and then lands against the floor on the floor. So it's sitting in this square right here to his to your right,
Okay.
his left. Anything else? I guess you 5-foot stepped. Dracris.
I'm out.
You're
Did
out.
he?
No, I'm out of
If he
moves.
followed the first one, can't he?
Wait. Did Ike's 5-foot step
Yes.
balance check?
Oh, good point. Yeah. Sure. I'll roll it, but to be fair, I mean, I don't want to go back and redo the entire last couple turns.
It's not
It
gonna.
wouldn't
matter.
have changed anything.
Yeah, they both can reach each other.
Yeah, I mean, I'll roll it, but
I would have kept moving anyway, just to try to get a flank bonus.
What's his face? Arcadi will heal Talarmus
Okay.
for 23 hit points.
does that make it or not?
Yes.
Okay. Highs and lows into these dice.
No, that balance check can't possibly fail.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, he is the big guy, but he's actually also the most dexterous one in most ways. He also has fleet of foot, run, etc.
Acrobatic.
I'm done.
He's
by the way.
acrophatic. Thank you. Yes, he is. Okay, Balthazar.
Please roll a reflex save
Sure.
as you're still standing within the grease. That does fail.
Huh?
Okay.
Uh-huh.
He falls prone.
Huh.
He fell over.
That doesn't help me. Thanks.
You're welcome. He can take 15 damage, and I'm just gonna go this way.
From what?
I'm gonna shoot a magic missile at him.
Pew!
There's no spell resistance to that, right?
Nope.
Nope.
I think so. Okay. Boom. Charles. Despite all your rage, you are still just a dust blade in the cage.
That's okay. I'll shoot it with Disrupt Undead.
Dick. What's that do?
Disrupt. He's on the ground kicking.
It's a ranged touch to hit.
Okay, roll it. He's on the ground, so you get a -4 to your attack. Also, Dom, planar touchtone celerity. Gotta be the fastest giant in the land, dude. Is that real? You realize that you include your BAB, right?
Oh.
Which is another 11, so it's a 12 to touch him, I believe.
Oh.
For the record, you still miss even with his size, but you would have a much better chance of hitting. You literally just rolled base. That's literally, I think, the minimum you could roll with missing on this game. So GG. Okay, your attack misses. Anything else?
Sure, I'll do it again, I guess.
Can you? When you full attack, I don't think you can like cast 2 spells like that. Like a wizard can't cast Scorching Ray 2 times. You'd have to quicken the second spell. Or you can. I think you have a Swift cast spell. You could do that. Up to you though.
Meh.
Okay.
Can I try and break the lock?
It would be a standard action, presumably, and you already used it to attack. So no. You can move around the cage. Essentially, it's the only thing you can really do. So I'm guessing the answer is no. There's nothing you want to do.
Practice being a stripper.
Yeah. Dance, Malrak.
He is prone, so he can't attack me, right?
He can attack you even though he's prone. He's
Tumble.
got the penalty.
Tumble in.
Yeah.
Get
I
him.
will. See, I could tumble at half, right?
Yeah, it's a DC 15 to avoid being attacked.
So I'm not gonna get it pretty much.
What's your tumble
I have
bonus?
plus 16.
So you automatically succeed. You're not going to get attacked.
Okay,
By
so I
that.
get 60 feet of movement with travel devotion and 1 movement.
And then so you can move up to-
and half
so you can-
that.
So you get half of that, so 30,
So
yeah. So six
5,
spaces.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And
Alright.
then I will use a standard action for a greater insightful strike.
Okay.
Wham.
Yeah, Charles is really bad at the stripping thing, by the way. Did you really add in a circumstance bonus of -1? What for?
I'll actually add
Really?
2 to that.
That's my
for
charisma
flanking.
penalty.
Charisma.
Add 2
yeah.
to that for flanking. I think from Parmas.
Okay, and you added the +4 from him being prone?
No.
Okay, so 32. That will hit.
Okay, and so it's double concentration check. Is the damage?
Okay.
So I can find my concentration check.
Forget the name of this mover. Diamond Razor? It's one of the...
Emerald Razor.
Greater
Emerald
insightful
Razor,
strike.
yeah. Ah!
Yeah, so double that.
Sorry, he also does get DR now, but it's still not very much. Okay. Ow! You dick. You find a chink in his armor and just like cut through his skin. Okay. Piper.
Alright, well. That is with -4.
That's with the -4. Wow. Okay. You actually hit twice for 33 points of damage. His turn. He does some regenerating.
I'm also like somewhat in the air.
Yeah, I realized that. Yeah. And he is going to. His attacks will be directed at Talarmus, but if Talarmus falls, the rest of his attacks will be directed at Malrak. There they are. He will power attack for none, actually.
Takes the penalty for being prone.
Yeah, that's why he's doing it. Because he's already taken the penalty for being prone. He doesn't want to take an additional penalty. Talarmus, does a 26 hit?
Yes.
Does a 24 hit?
No.
Okay. Well, the first two are definitely going to hit, so I'm going to roll damage for those. Do you have DR?
2.
Oh, yeah. He has the adamantine. Never mind. Okay. In that case, take that. Followed by that. And I think that's it. Well, for
So
the
42
attack.
damage.
For those attacks. Malrak, the tongue.
No.
That's a touch attack.
Nice.
I'm going to guess that hits you.
That. Let's see if it checks close. Okay, you don't get the flesh and the touch, do you?
You do.
Yes,
Yes,
you
you
do.
do.
You just won't get armor. That's the big one you really don't get. My armor, natural armor, and I think
I
Shield.
had a higher
Shield.
touch than this.
He doesn't have shield, so. Your shield is basically your dex, dodge bonuses, deflection. So, you good?
Yeah, it hits.
I thought so. Make a strength check.
I'm not gonna bother. I can't beat him.
Oh, yeah, if you rolled really poorly, you could, but. Whoop!
No, oh yeah, it's good.
You can
Away
join
with
the
you.
cage. Away with you. Stop attacking me. Back to dickhole jail. Actually, I guess he can't stand up. Actually, never mind. Husk.
This
But wait till after me.
Oh. Okay. Why would you have a plan?
I'm gonna go get your hammer and give it to you.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah, you don't have.
Oh.
That way I don't have to burn a move action. I was gonna lay into him with fists.
Traitorous. Fuck off, Charles. You uncultured swine. Yeah.
Arcadi's gonna heal Kalarmas again.
All right.
Yay.
Sure.
So I still can't teleport, right?
No.
Ain't no one can do that.
I'm not sure the ability is actually a teleport, so I might be able to teleport back to him.
You cannot teleport. If it's the Shadow Jaunt, yes, it's a teleport.
No,
If it's Shadow
Yes.
Jaunt, it's a teleport.
it's not Shadow Jaunt.
If it's Shadow Jaunt, it's a teleport.
It's not Shadow Jaunt. It is Leaping Flame.
Whoa! Sorry! Alright, he heals him for 25 HP. You dick. Got like tread. Balthazar.
Yeah, it's teleport.
Here, take this.
Oh,
How did you get the hammer, out of curiosity? Or you have another hammer?
Presumably I could go pick it up.
It's right next to him, so if you wanted, you would take an attack of opportunity.
Oh, right next
That's
to. Oh, I could just give him another hammer though. That's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah, if you have another hammer, you can get to him.
Yeah, I have a master orc hammer.
Surely this one will do.
Okay,
or you
Husk.
could just take the one off of my side.
Yeah,
I
but
have
is it a
another hammer
big
myself.
hammer?
Oh,
His
then,
hammer's all the way.
then I'll give you the one on your side. That's fine too.
That'll do. I have
Give him a
stats.
slap on the ass.
Squire!
Good game.
Yes, sir! Yes, sir! Fetch me my hammer! It's the one I hang on your belt! What do you think, you dolts? Ah!
Something
Slap
like
his
that.
ass. Good game. And there's grease everywhere.
Okay, just a touch. Just that. And
In that case, I'll end up standing there.
yada yada. Okay. And I'll remove that. Okay, now we can do this.
Come on, survive the one turn. Do it, I guess. All you have to do, and then you can reveal your ultimate form.
Electrode self-destruct.
You might just.
Does that include the +4 from him being prone?
No.
Okay, you do hit once for 33 points of damage.
Not enough.
No, not quite. Charles! Don't worry, he can get. Oh.
This might be really dumb. Does the -4 count for damage too?
No.
No.
I think I was dumb.
Well, don't be dumb next time.
Yeah, sorry. I was dumb. There goes 8 more damage, sorry.
It's okay. Soon Mog will be free, and he will finish this fight, as he always does.
So, Chucky, what are you gonna do?
It's a full turn to get out.
Negative.
I guess I'll try and break the cage open.
Sure. With an attack or a strength check? Strength check, right?
Whichever seems like it would work best.
What do you think would work best?
Attack.
Into the
An
attack.
attack, yeah.
Okay, roll damage. I recognize that sort of cunty drumming, John Gillis. I don't even have to look at Skype to know exactly which piece of shit would be doing that. So
Well,
jerking off.
presumably that's because you have the small thing that tells you like who's talking in.
I don't have to. I don't have to look at it. I didn't even look at it. I just know that he always does that. Constantly. He's a fucking asshole. God damn it, John.
You seem
Such salt.
upset.
Do it one more fucking time, John! I swear to God. $29 damage. Yeah, that'll break the cage open with an attack. You know, still have a move action. The door swings open as you break it.
So how far can I get with dropping down and moving?
Well, if you drop down, that's a free action, I guess. I mean, it's a 5-foot step. It's part of your movement. The drop. Are you going to be tumbling?
If that helps, yeah.
Yeah, roll a tumble check. See if you actually take damage. If you do, then you get stopped. You fall prone.
God.
He's like, "Come on!" And he like steps out of the cage and just falls flat in his fucking face. Oh! The hat's like a crumpled mess. Take 3 points of damage. I guess feels
All
bad for
flat
you.
on face.
Malrak. Well, he made it out now.
Since I have already picked one of these locks, can I take 10
No.
and pick it?
Nope.
Well, fine.
No, you may not take 10. Your life is in mortal danger! You could die.
There's no repercussions. I'd just say, okay, sure, full round action.
Take
For
that
rest.
lock.
The lock
Gonna
opens.
change everything.
Okay, and then I will tumble down with my travel devotion, which I
Sure.
believe is it 10 turns travel devotion.
Yeah, that's
It's
10 turns.
and minute.
It's 1 whole minute, 10 rounds. So yeah, roll your tumble check. You actually don't have to roll it. You already automatically make it. You have the bonus. You plus 16. You can't fail.
So it's 5.
Yeah.
10, 15, 20. I'll stay here.
Aww. Piper. Piper miss. Piper.
Oh,
miss.
also for a free action,
Yeah.
I will use my pocket sand at Slarmus, so he can't steal my kill.
Pocket sand.
Pocket sand.
You mean pocket sand? You don't have any pocket sand. Fuck off. Piper, it's your turn.
Is it my inventory? You
Yeah,
can
I'm
Google it.
looking at it.
It says pockets full of sand.
You're an asshole. Okay, Piper. Come on, kill steal, kill steal. Oh.
The last one?
The last one hits. And puts him down to exactly 2 HP.
Kill
Yeah.
And then
Slarmus.
he does
would-
something on his turn that'll heal him back to full.
No, he's not.
Wouldn't my 8 last round would have been great?
Yeah, wouldn't have been. Okay. He generates a bit. And
Worst
he's
enemy
going.
was myself.
Yeah.
I was about to say, at the moment he's down to 2, Drakerus uses his held action for fuck all to deal an arbitrary amount of damage to him.
Slarmus.
Can I take my action now?
Yeah. You can't do.
Technically, he could have done it the moment Piper did her damage, so before he regenerated.
Yeah, you could do it before he generated, even. Yeah.
Yeah, meat will charge, I suppose.
Hold your
Yeah.
action until you can do something useful and steal the kill after having done nothing.
It's +5 from Piper and +2 from charging, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And +4 from the guy's prone.
Oh, well, that's the wrong roll. That is not what I clicked. I clicked attack. Not flanking, not power attacking, +7 additional attack bonus.
Don't forget the +4 from he's prone.
Oh, well, I did forget that, so.
Let's add into the final thing.
And that is the
No, I redid it. 7 + 4 is 11.
Yeah.
This is why I got it. This is why I'm
Wow. I was gonna say, this is why you went to university. 7 + 4 is 11.
What's the slope?
Norwegian. Oh
Yeah.
my god. Okay.
Are you mad?
You're actually joking though. It's fucking hilarious.
Does he have 22 DR or 21 DR?
I'm okay with this.
Oh my god. Well,
I have more attacks if that's not enough.
okay. Meat will charge him, and Meat charges and
Now go, my
jumps,
minion.
and jumps on top of Icus, and punches him right in the face, right through the helmet he had just recently.
Right in the
replaced.
Straight through the face to hit him in the dick.
And his head explodes and his body disintegrates, not unlike Voss's.
Can I lock the
Um,
doctor in the cage?
Yeah, you can.
And it was a well-fought battle, Meat.
Yeah, Meat did all the work.
Meat really did do all the work,
Aren't you glad I was here to save you guys?
and he
Yes, where would we be without you?
Remember the silverware? I remember the silverware.
and he leaves behind. He leaves behind on the ground 2 hearts made out of obsidian.
Oh, I was gonna say I eat them, but obsidian's a bit hard.
I will take both the hearts.
The 4
Second-
keys, the 4 keys. Eat
Hey,
the
wait, we
keys.
have an obsidian heart. I have Xander's heart.
Yeah.
A heart too valuable to be a key.
Does Xander have your heart?
Xander always had my heart.
Well, I would like to press on and do the next stage. However, I do have to leave in an hour or a little over an hour, so I don't know if I'll finish through it. My girlfriend has work very often. Not every time, but she will sometimes, and probably over 50% you can expect. So, unfortunately,
It's the holiday season.
especially yes now. She's also good. Though to be fair, now that the holiday season's starting in the next couple of weeks, her hours will be extended, so I will have.
Hey, Henry.
Because if she
We
had,
never live in America. Women can drive here. It's illegal. Just letting you know this.
she doesn't have her driver's license, and anyway, no, she'll be getting out at 12 in the future, so it will give us a little extra time.
That's perfect.
Anyway, there is also a small amount of
Loot?
treasure. Yes, there is. Of course, there's loot.
I was about to say, I can hear the anticipation through the phone from Talarmus
Besides
going,
John,
hammers,
if-
hammers.
If Devon was driving herself, then she couldn't give Harry a blowjob while he drives her.
Exactly. Okay, we'll start with the loot. That. Okay. You have the following. Get ready for it.
My body is ready.
I don't know if it is actually.
My equipment sheet is ready.
Yeah, how about that? Okay. You have 6,268 gold pieces. A number of gems totaling 4,491 gold pieces. There is aquamarine, azurite, carnelian, chalcedony, deep blue spinels, green, golden yellow topaz, pink pearls, red spinels, rose quartz, and star rubies.
I fill my marble bag with them.
Nice. You have several arcane scrolls. One of mass reduce person, and one of resilient sphere. You have a ring of protection +3.
There's an upgrade.
Yeah, it is. A rod of the viper.
What does that do?
You're gonna have to look it up. It's from the GM's guide. It's worth 19,000 gold, however, before having. And there is a wand of invisibility with 11 charges left. Additionally, once you pick up the hearts, they glow in your hand. One of them a deep golden yellow color, and another a reddish hue. The glow leaves the hearts and goes across the room. The red hue splits, entering both Dracarys and Meat. Dracarys, for a moment you feel like you're in deep pain, and then suddenly stronger. You gain the ability of a necrotic bond.
Cool. I have no idea what that means.
You and Meat, so long as you are within 30 feet of each other, any damage done to one may be automatically transferred to the other at the time that it is done. So if Meat would take damage, you could say, no, I take it instead. Vice versa. You could split it in any way you seem fit, including
Share
all
pain.
or some of damage. It's share pain. You have effectively share pain. You may also, as a standard action, either one of you can touch the other and absorb damage already on the other.
Kinky.
Right.
That's amazing. I love you.
Yeah.
That is. Let's pause for a moment and recognize that is the greatest compliment Storm has ever given any one of us.
And the yellow, the golden glow, will go to Talarmus and enter his body. The
The beef.
hammer you're holding in your hand suddenly grows heavy and it droops for a moment before you pick it back up with renewed strength. You gain the power to ossify.
Or bones. Okay.
Do you know what that means? In this, I guess you wouldn't know what that means in these terms, because I made this up completely myself. So,
And before someone complains about not following the rules.
okay. I know you'll probably like this. As for
We already
ossify,
eat hearts.
you may now, whenever you are attacking an enemy, so long as they are not a paladin or cleric of the Church of Mercantis of a higher level than you, you may expend a use of smite. This does not, their alignment is not factored into this. So yes, you can use it on evil characters, or things with no alignment. When you hit them, you essentially attempt to turn parts of their body to bone with the hammer. You do your normal damage, but instead of doing damage for smite, they need to make a fortitude save versus the damage that you do. If they fail, their speed is reduced to 10 feet, not by 10 feet, to 10 feet. They lose any flying, and they lose any flying for 2d4 rounds, and are immobilized. If they succeed on the fortitude save, they are not immobilized, but they're the same thing. The thing with the speed and the flying does happen for 1 round.
For
So
one
essentially,
round.
yes, for 1 round if they succeed. It's versus damage dealt. So if you could combine that with a Rhino's Rush, for example, you could say make a DC 60 fort save. So do keep that in mind.
And then that lasts for how many rounds if they fail?
2d4. The immobilization will last for the total immobilization lasts for 1 round, and the slowing lasts for 2d4. It's a way for you to anchor down enemies who try to run away from someone like you, who is not particularly fast.
Yeah.
Anyway, and that's all she wrote. Other than that, the chambers are empty.
Cool.
Who wants the Ring of Protection +3?
I'll take it. Chicken or ring of +2. Yeah. Ring of +2.
I'll
Does
take
anyone-
the +2 if no one else wants it. It won't stack with my Vest of Resistance, though, will it?
No.
Best-
Ring of Protection gives you AC. Best
okay.
Resistance gives you saves.
Yeah, it's a deflection bonus to AC, yeah.
Let me.
But so that means-
Deflection bonus stack.
No.
No.
Let me make sure I don't have one, and then we'll talk.
So that's why, for example, clerics like never wear rings of protection or not for long, because there's so many spells they get that give you bonus to deflection. Same thing with wizards.
Yeah, I don't have one because I have Circle of Protection Evil.
Yeah.
I do
Circle of Protection,
not have. I do not have deflections. If no one else wants it, I'll take it.
Shield of Faith. Like
I'm fine with Trigros having it. Any objections?
None.
It's all the
My
bear.
ring.
Is
What
the ring
the
of protection
hell?
a deflection bonus?
Yes.
In the wrong slot.
What does a Rod of the Viper do? Is now the next.
I think it turns into a snake.
That's what I'm guessing.
I vaguely remember reading
Or
about
it's
it.
can of snakes. But we already got one of those.
the can of snakes. The Rod of the Viper, it strikes as a +2 heavy mace once per day. Upon command, a head rod becomes an actual serpent for 10 minutes. During this period, a successful strike with the rod deals its usual damage and also poisons the creature hit. The poison deals 1d10 points of con damage immediately. DC 14 negates. Another d10 of constitution damage later. Secondary damage. DC 14 negates. It
I don't
only
think-
functions if the possessor is evil.
I was about to say I don't think we could use this because none of us are evil. Yeah. Okay.
So what you're saying is he had a Rod of the Viper stuck down his throat.
Yeah. What I'm saying is this is a cool for 9,500 GP. Nice.
If you'd killed them in the reverse order, by the way, you would have gotten slightly different loot, as well as you would have had to fight, obviously, Voss, and he would have gained the ability to. He would have been able to go faster, and him and all of his chains would have gained fire damage and would have a lot of fire damage, and would have all been attacking you at the same time. Gotta go fast. Well, yeah, that was kind of his thing, as he moved fast and could charge. Unfortunately, all of you were smart enough to actually like power up with the fire protection.
Yeah. I think
Except me.
that. And me.
And me.
I think that I prefer the order we killed them in.
Yeah.
No, you sure you don't want to fight 5 chains per turn, throwing you
Yes.
into cages and lighting you on fire?
Yeah, no, that
I
was
was
the
the
exact
only
reason I
one
started
attacking.
shooting him, because I was like, once Talarmus or Malrak gets thrown in a cage, we might be fucked.
Well, to be fair, Talarmus wouldn't fit in one.
No, that's why he wasn't being thrown.
Oh yeah, you got enlarged the first turn.
Gotta get big.
Um,
I
Pretty
think I
dumb,
have
gotta go
enlarged-
fast. Now I just
enlarged
gotta
as
get
of
big.
now.
as you like turn to leave, you hear a church bell ringing up at the cathedral up the street. Looking across the I guess the town over the rooftops to the church bells, you can see a figure in red ringing the bell. It looks down at you from that hundreds and hundreds of feet, hundreds of yards away. Its eyes glowing yellow, and then simply sinks down into the church.
I'm
Because
gonna
that's our next
guess.
stop.
I'm gonna guess that is a red vicar.
A red vicar.
No, you think so?
Yeah, tales tell of a group of vicars that plotted to overthrow their bishop, a man named Kragan. And when he discovered this, his wrath was so terrible. There are many versions of the story of what exactly he did to them,
Pretty sure
needless,
everybody named Craig is an asshole.
but needless to say, the bodies were stripped naked and were so bloody you couldn't see a bit of flesh color on them, and hanged from one of the beams in the church where he did sermon for years, letting the bodies hang there.
Oh man, I'm
any-
getting
any
a
who-
massive
any-
erection.
Any who refused to come to church for not wanting to, well, deal with that, were added to the rafters. He was a bit of an angry man.
Sounds like a nice dude.
Wait. Hold on. I got the perfect thing for this.
Is it stop? My penis can only get so erect.
No, it's my opinion of his interior decorating.
Wow,
There you go.
Wow.
Balthazar looks on with disdain.
That was his number one. That was his real crime. What was his real sin? Balthazar's like terrible interior decorating skills. He should have at least cleaned the bodies. This was in the middle of summer. You wouldn't want the red there. It just would. The hot colors don't really go well. You're
It
trying to
disrupts the feng shui.
cold.
Hey, feng shui.
Yes, the feng shui.
I made
Anyway,
a terrible mistake with interior decorating. I bought a white couch. A white leather couch, even.
you
That's just a bad
This is
decision.
a bad decision.
Yeah.
especially the fat ass like you. Who knows what sorts of stains are all over it?
It's
With all
not
your
like I'm
Chinese
actually.
food, since you didn't want to pay the delivery fee.
It's not like I'm actually using it because I literally like assembled it 2 days ago.
And you also have no friends.
Yeah, that's not really true anymore.
Just sitting there.
Anyway. Well, in that case, we will meet again next week. I will either be running the Star Wars game either next Friday or the Friday after, and then it will be in every other week sort of thing. Anyway, by the way, by the time you guys get back, and I will post the description for you later, but you will notice that the pillar that was behind the one that had Icus and Voss depicted on it is now has a heart slot. Well, 5 heart slots available. Anyway, I'll see you guys on next week. Also gain how much XP you at? You're 2,000 over what you were when you leveled up, right? You're like
Yeah, we're
no.
57,000.
59,000.
I have 59.
59. Okay. 69.
Mine doesn't like saving, so.
Okay, in that case, you're now at 61,000.
Okay.
I'll see you all next week, and also those of you who is anyone here who here has not made their character for Star Wars D20?
I have not made my character for Star Wars D20.
Me either.
Me.
Okay, well I'm
Me
going to open up.
neither.
I will open up the character creation and link all you guys tonight. Probably after getting home from picking up Devin. Alright.
I still need to work out what I'm making, so
Oh, not let me put
Same.
this up. Yeah, feel free to coordinate.
Okay, who's taking demolitions? Anybody?
All right.
Got
What about
Ranks.
Spot? We want spotter.
See you guys
Oh,
later.
I've got Spot.